What's going on, YouTube? I want to do a video on this guy right in front of us, the Lichnochromis acuticeps. I've had him for a couple of months now. He's a pretty active swimmer, as you can see. He's just starting to color in a little bit. He's starting to get a little blue around his face and get a little darker. So he's kind of coming out of juvie, his juvie colors into more of an adult color. From the research that I've done on these guys, they only reach the males only reach about 8 inches long, and the females only get about 6.5. On the difficulty scale, according to Ed Koning's text, they're rated at a 3 out of a scale of 1 to 5. So you do have to be pretty careful with them because they are sensitive. 1 being very hardy and 5 being very sensitive and difficult to keep. So I would strongly recommend keeping up on your weekly water changes and feeding carefully, a good diet, and not overfeeding them. As far as where they're located in the lake, they are typically found in the shallower waters, rocky at that, somewhere between 6 foot and no more than about 30 foot, usually near where the smaller mabunas are and the soft invertebrates. They are predators and feed on both, but primarily they are piscivores. As far as minimum tank size, they are surprisingly, because they don't get that big. Ed Koning's in his book says they only require a 48-inch tank at 90 gallons to reach their full potential. Now that's a minimum tank requirement, and their average brood once they reach sexual maturity is about 50. This guy is not a very aggressive fish at all. However, there are a couple of fish that like to test him out. My Rhodesii yellow, couple others, and he does snap back at the smaller fish and falls in line with the larger fish, obviously. But he's been a welcome addition. They are difficult to find when you can find them. And if you are looking to build a predator tank, I would highly recommend picking one up while you can. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, that's really about it on the acuticeps. I wanted to just do another quick update. I just put in a new background from Universal Rocks. It's called the crevice background. And as many of you know that have seen my videos before, I do have a sump in my tank. And I didn't choose to cover the overflows. I could have. It would have been rather expensive to do so because of the labor that it would take for the custom covers. And also they would be very squared off looking, taking away from a very natural look. I just didn't think that it would add much to just leaving it alone. And besides that, I really didn't want to mess with the natural plumbing that the aquarium drains back into the sump. So I just decided to leave it alone and just live with it how it is. I've got the centerpiece, and then on each corner I put in a section of background over on the left hand side, and then another one on the right hand side. And I bought a rock kit to go along and match it. And other than that, I did go ahead and finally break down and install a Inkbird 308 temperature controller. So I've got that set now. It's just about reached its temperature rating. I have it set for 78 degrees and it's at 77.9 right now, as you can see. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, the fish are doing wonderful. Probably going to cut the lights off here for them in a minute. Just wanted to do a quick update on the tank, on the acuticeps. There's one last look at him. Very active fish. Just enjoy having them. So I'm going to go ahead and end it right there. If you could please give me some comments on the tank. Like and subscribe, that would be wonderful. I'd appreciate it. Any way I can improve, that would be great. And with that, thanks very much for watching, and I am out. Bye.